Hey guys, right, so today we'll be going over a topic of basically military headwear, the reasons, whys, and the purposes behind of it, and also one or two helmets, one being real, one being airsoft, but the purposes and the differences between what I use and why I use them, and the reasons behind the actual reason for the making of their hats and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. My name is Jay, and yeah, without wasting your time, you've got things to do, I've got things to do. So this video it won't be long, but yeah, hopefully it'll be good. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on into it. So here we have the front cap, which is pretty much what people use for shoeing, stuff like that. It's really comfortable. We put a patch on, integrate and change it. It's really good camouflage, and also it's just like ally as hell, in my opinion, for the old granddads and stuff like that. It's quite nice. I use it sometimes. Very good. Recommend getting one, but you do have multiple patches where you can put different patches, like your blood type on the back or on the top or something like that. I don't understand the purpose of the top one, but I know for the back one, it's good to have your blood on there, just in case. Even as a civilian, you don't know what you're going to run into, and you could need medical aid, like paramedics to come help you and stuff like that. But yeah, it's quite bendable, good inside, really nice. Quite comfortable. It's really good for about $5. And as you can tell here, I'm changing the patches just to give you guys a little demonstration of what it is and how you can change it, or be cheeky like me and put your rank on there. Naughty, naughty me. But we are just gonna just let me move on to the next thing now, which is, I do believe, oh hold on, actually, did I lie? We are now changing the back, because you can tell you can adjust the head size, stuff like that. But moving on, we have the Mark 6 helmet, which was used for training purposes, and I believe it was in Afghanistan. Do not quote me, do not assume that. I'm just saying what I think, but I don't know that for sure, and I probably should have done my research before saying it. It's a really good helmet, a little bit comfortable, a little bit of a weird system, but it's an alright system. Quite good. Looks kind of bulky, an unnecessary amount of bulk, in my opinion. But other than that, it's a good helmet, and also you got little side straps where you can add different stuff like that, where you can put forage and stuff like that. So like you can put like branches and stuff. That way you can make your camouflage a little bit more better whilst you're doing some kind of recce. But so as you can tell, the inside has got padding, which is alright, I guess, for what it is and the area it was okay. But yeah, it's not too bad actually, not too bad. Which is okay, and as you can tell is alright, not enough bad. But yeah, it's okay, it does the job. It will stop, but it's, don't quote me which ones, definitely not Full Metal Jackets, but definitely a good bit for fragmentation, in my opinion. And obviously, move the tea out of the way, whoops, didn't realize that was in the shot. Obviously, this is me quickly showing you guys that you can put stuff in there by moving it. It's elastic, so it's easily accessible to, easily maneuverable to put stuff on it. As you can tell, you take off the top bit, like the scrim and stuff like that. Then this is what the inside of the board helmet looks like. Fun fact, the little circular balls that you're about to see on the helmet right about now is basically improvised camouflage that they used to use back in the day, because obviously with the old helmets, you just put a bit of scrim on it and bosh it done. Worked quite well. But they have this just in case you don't have that, because, you know, it works. But yeah, swiftly moving on to the beanie cap. And the beanie cap is what I use in bushcraft all the time. Really good, looks ally as fuck, in my opinion. Really nice, really comfortable. My favourite hat out of all of them, except for the very last one. As you can tell, you have to put a little bit of love into these to bend them, which I still need to put a little bit more love into mine. But I use this bushcraft, really good for keeping the sun out your eyes. And obviously, if you're in the woods and it's raining, it's quite good for keeping out your eyes to a certain extent. It's water resistant, not proof, water resistant. But yeah, really good. And you also have the little bits where you can put some kind of camouflage on it as well. But yeah, it's okay. I'm a 37 head size, which means I've got a big ass head by Combat Tactical, which is really good. So hopefully we should be moving on shortly. But yeah, there's the elastic cable for it, which is really good for up and down. But I've only got one hand, as you see, and the other hand's holding the camera. Ignore the grippers at the bottom. But yeah, really nice. Does the job in my opinion, and yeah, I only got one hand to work with, so we shall be moving on to the optical helmet. So an optical helmet with PVS-14 dummy mounts. The reason why I have dummies is just for a training exercise. That way I can have a simulated round. As you tell, I've got the Shifire, or whatever it's called, mount. I have unfolded and folded things, in muff holders. Obviously the earmuffs, don't know what brand this is. A lot of it is actually unbranded, so most of the stuff I have, I don't know the brand of it. I'll flip them down, and they look good. Look at I like proper, UKSF. But yeah, it's okay. Please ignore me. I might have a cold. I'm not quite sure yet. I feel one coming on, but yeah, moving on. And I think you press the button and it drops down. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. It drops down. Maybe picking it up, fiddling with it. As you can see, I have to record this stuff first before I do the voiceover. So yeah, as it flies back up, but we go onto the top of the helmet, or the side of the helmet, until we've got these elastics, just to keep the retention down on the NVG mount. That way it doesn't break or fall off. But if we go on to the scrim. So this scrim is by Lumen, or Lemon. And pretty much it's a really nice laser cap. It's not meant for this helmet, but it works in my opinion. It does the job for what it needs to do. If we're spinning around, you notice, well, not the right side, it's got the little bits there. Well, I'm just fiddling with. I'll show you the space difference. But yeah, it's alright. If you look on the top, I have a Starlight, or whatever it's called. And obviously I've got red. For airsoft, I use it. But obviously in the real world, I wouldn't use it because I have to give away the position and stuff like that. So I do not recommend using it in the field, especially with thermals and NVGs. But the fun fact with thermals, thermal has to see you first. Unless you get some really, really, really expensive ones and they'll look right through the fucking trees. I'll just find you pouncing about in the fucking woods. Right, if we are going to move on, it flashes. If it wants to go, hold on, hang about. There we go. There we go. Sweet. So now moving to the back, we have a battery pack that keeps double A's and triple A's and that shit nice and tighty for the MVGs, or for my earmuffs actually. It's quite warm earmuffs actually, and also it's good to have ear pro, because when you're doing stuff in the field, you don't want to screw yourself around, stuff like that, and an explosion goes off and then you got tinnitus like I do. But be honest, Swiftly, it's quite nice, quite good. I do recommend getting it. But yeah, it's quite fantastic actually, lads. I do recommend it 100%. Yeah, I've gone to the inside. You can tell how I've got one hand again. I'm struggling with one hand. And then obviously I'm trying to pop it open. Yeah, pop one open. No, I've got to pop the other one open. Same. It's alright. Inside's quite nice. They're knockoff power tools, so they're like cheap Chinese ones, but these Chinese ones are actually really good. Except for the wires. The wires need a little bit more engineering around, because they do fall out sometimes. It's like, what the fuck? Like, as you can tell at the bottom of that one, you can see it's a little bit wide exposed, but the inside, it's a good harness. It's really comfortable for how much padding's actually in there, in my opinion. I think it's really good for what padding's actually in there. I recommend this helmet. This helmet is the One Tigris helmet, aka the One Tigris helmet, optical high cut, which is really good. I recommend it. Adjustable thing like a builder mount. But yeah, that's MVG, that's the helmet, that's good, guys. And yeah. So his flashes looks good, and let's transition over back to Jay. Oh, actually, I tell you what, there's a little overview of what I've got: the Mark 7, the beanie, the cap, and thank you guys for watching. And obviously, we'll get into more topics in the future of what we got going planned on for the rest of the thing for the YouTube channel. So, have an amazing time, have an amazing night, and remember, just keep being tactical. I'll catch you guys on the next one.